Hello all and welcome. Today I'm joined by Fidel Fernandez, who's a Director of Technologies and Transformation at Telefónica Spain. They're currently going on a cloud journey with us, and I'm hoping that we can hear today what that journey entails. Fidel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, and thank you to you.
So today, Fidel, what I was hoping to do is in the next 10-15 minutes is just understand what your journey and more importantly, Telefónica's journey is for the journey to the cloud. What's your strategic goals?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, our IT infrastructure strategy is based on a cloud transformation, leveraged on Telefónica agreements with main hyperscalers, combined with our own capabilities in communications and cloud technologies. Basically, it's a hybrid cloud approach. This strategy is based on three main work streams. First, the hybrid cloud transformation I mentioned before. Second, a new edge distributed platform to provide optimal performance and enable a new ecosystem of digital services. Third, an outstanding communications layer based on virtualization and software-defined networks. And with this, we want to reach the following strategic goals. Dimension IT infra in elastic way, with dynamic capacity scaling to manage punctual overloading, promoting automation and self-management, and of course, improving radically our time to market, responding to business and operation needs.
That's fantastic, Fidel. And I think, those key 3 points that you just hit at the end where you're designing are everyone who's listening today's desire, right, to achieve. So what are the main challenges you face with your existing infrastructure? What are you seeing as you transform and go from hybrid to the cloud?
Yeah. In our existing infrastructure, I think that we have two main challenges. On one hand, we have to transform and evolve our operating model with optimal levels of obsolescence, vacancy, and the other technical parameters, and with automation as a way to avoid human errors and improve our service levels. And all of that in a very efficiency way. And on the other hand, the time to market, because the Telefónica business, demands new capabilities to accelerate the developing of new services. And in the path to the cloud, we also see some challenges. First of all, a culture change and new procedures. It is needed to change our way of thinking and how we are developing our IT services right now. Related with that, a continuous training in new disruptive technologies will be also required. But even with the above, it's not going to be easy because we will have to transform some of our applications, systems, and networks. And so we have to promote transversal projects with collaboration of many areas and partners. And one more thing, we need to complement the traditional centralized cloud with new edge computing capabilities, because some of the new digital services will require ultra-low latencies and high scalability.
Absolutely. And so this time to market and clearly your first one on the list about automation and removing human error is going to give you that agility and lower those latencies all the way through the stack, I guess.
Exactly.
So what do you really see as the key benefits from taking the journey? What are you actually seeing for yourselves?
Yeah, it's a very good question because we see important benefits in this journey. First of all, the agility and time to market reduction, because infrastructure is available on demand with high scalability, and the automation, self-management, and other important tools are available too. Second, flexibility. We will be able to dimension IT in an elastic way, increasing or decreasing capacity according to our needs. Third, an optimal obsolescence level, because the cloud life cycle. And of course, as I mentioned before, it would be a digital accelerator, taking full advantage of the huge catalog of solutions in analytics, security, machine learning, IoT, etc.
Fantastic. And really, so if I listen to those functional requirements and then I look at the Oracle portfolio, do you intend to implement any machine learning and autonomous technologies in your IT For example, have you evaluated autonomous database, for example, as a service from ourselves?
Yes, yes. Automation and autonomous operation are key aspects to evolve our IT services. We are designing right now a new map of tools promoting an automation community for that purpose. In this sense, I would highlight the self-management and automatic provision, the autonomous operation, unified inventories covering not only infrastructures, but also applications, centralized capacity and monitoring management. And to implement all these features, we are going to take advantages of the machine learning and IA capabilities, of course. And we are not evaluated Oracle Autonomous Database yet, but we could do it later, of course, yes.
Fidel, that's great to hear that you're using autonomous and machine learning technologies, and I think we're seeing that in a number of customers. It's a shame you've not evaluated autonomous database yet, but I do believe on your project that you're currently working on with us, that I'm sure it will become part of one of the phases. Are you able to share with us, I know that you're working with us with Exadata Cloud at Customer right now as part of your Go to OCI project. Can you share with us any information on that?
Yes, yes, of course, yes. In the journey that we commented before, Oracle is a very important player on this journey. We have launched recently a very important internal project named OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, Go to OCI, and it's very relevant for us because with the OCI project, we want to modernize all of our critical databases, and also we want to capture important efficiencies because the compactation, consolidation, and vacancy reduction. This is so a very important piece of our overall strategy. This project, as I mentioned, we have recently launched. Right now, we are working on it. We are installing all the infrastructure, all the platform, and we have going to start this month the consolidation and modernization of our first critical databases. In the first step, the project is based on the OC at a customer model, but next year we will launch also a second phase based on OC public cloud model. And we will combine the two platforms at a customer and public cloud one in order to get the benefits that I mentioned before.
Thank you, Fidel. And when we were talking earlier, you talked about the need for agility and automation and faster time to market. When you built the business case and you were deciding and evaluating Exadata Cloud at Customer for this project, were they at the top of your mind for the business case?
Yeah, of course, yes. As I mentioned, this project is one of the more relevant projects that we have in this journey. And when we build the business case, in order to add all the impacts, this project was taken into account because it's relevant for the operational benefits, but also for the economic benefits as well.
Brilliant. And thank you for going on the journey with us. And when we're successful with the first phase, I'm looking forward to the second, because actually you'll have finished all of the integration and testing work by then and should just be able to step into Oracle Cloud with minimal effort, right? So thank you very much. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you to you. It's my pleasure.